Welcome to episode 2 of the Ask Iain show, and you're joining me today in the studio, whereas in episode 1 we were back in Rome. So in today's show we've got 3 amazing questions for you to answer today. But if you have a question that you want answering on the show, then all you need to do is use the hashtag #TheAskIainShow, and we'll pick that up and we'll select that for next week's show. So what are the 3 questions we've got this week? We've got how to set exercise goals. What's normal exercise? How do I fit in exercise when I'm working from 6 in the morning till 11 at night? And the last question is, how do I maintain a healthy eating plan when I'm out with business lunches and evening meals? So those are the 3 questions we're going to answer today. So let's get on to question number 1. Brilliant question. So how important are fitness goals in setting them? Well, I would say they're pretty important, really. Even if they were just normal exercise goals, we need to hold ourselves accountable, and we need to really know if we're making progress or not. And by setting goals, we know by what we're doing, is it getting us closer or further away from where we want to be? And what it stops is a lot of people going round and round and round in circles, going, yeah, I'm making progress, but I'm not quite sure, I'm getting really fed up, I'm not sure if it's working, and then coming back down again. Is by setting goals, I would say yes, they are crucial. Even if they were just general fitness goals, for example, I'm going to go out 3 times a week walking. So what are the 3 days you're going to go out? Monday, Wednesday, Friday. What's the time you're going to go out? Until that becomes habitual, and then you can look to progress and go, right, after walking, I'm going to go into running. So how can I progress into running? I'm going to run 3 days a week or 2 days a week, and they're going to be a Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, or a Thursday, Sunday, and a Wednesday. Whatever those days may be, you can actually set up a goal and set up accountability, because if you don't have accountability, you don't know if you're making progress, you don't know what you're doing, if it's beneficial or not. And sometimes there is a limit to setting goals. You might set it too low, or you might set it too high for you to reach, but you need to review goals every maybe 4, 6 and 12 weeks to make sure you're on target for wherever you want to go. Now, if you need some help setting goals and targets, there's plenty of help on the websites. If that's a question you want, is how to set goals, then ask that. Use the hashtag #TheAskIainShow, and we can certainly address that in another episode. But my answer to you there is yes, they are crucially and critically important to make sure you achieve success and you achieve the transformation that you want to have. What a brilliant question. How to fit in exercise when you're so busy. So I'm going to assume you probably have business meetings and client meetings to go to, etc. and you keep those. Yeah, you turn up on time, you stick to an agenda, and you get your meeting done, and then you move on to the next one. Your fitness and your health is no different. You need to schedule in your time. If you are so busy, you need to schedule in your time and keep that appointment with yourself as if it was your best paying client, as your best customer, your best business meeting you have. You really need to keep that penciled in your diary. I'm going to show you in the link below, there'll be some videos to some workouts that I've done that will be able to fit in a workout within 10 minutes in your day that's going to help kickstart your metabolism, start burning a little bit of fat, give you a little bit of de-stressing as well, give you some free mental space to process things as well. But I'm going to set you a challenge to fit in those workouts over the next 7 days, to do them at least 3 times. So schedule in that time, get off, do them, keep that appointment, and you'll be amazed at how that will sort of cascade into having more and more time for yourself and your health and your well-being. Question, and this is a question I get asked quite a lot with clients, that when they go out on business meetings at lunchtime, evening meals, how can you choose healthy meals from restaurants? Now, let's assume you're not going to the fast food chains for meetings. You're going for a slightly more upmarket individual restaurant or venue that you might be at. And most things on the menu, there will be able to tweak those things. So you need to work out the basis of what you need. And you need to have your proteins, carbohydrates and fats. The simplest thing, if it comes with sauces or anything like that, have that on the side. Always order a side, which is going to be either your rice, some sweet potato if they have it on the menu there, or even some green salad and some vegetables, because you can't go wrong with that. You can bulk up on that. If it has, for example, if you're going to have steak, that's fantastic. You can have that for some sweet potato if they do that in the restaurant. Hold the sauce on the side so you can pour over, so you know exactly how many calories you're getting, and green beans, and you've got the perfect meal there. Now, if you're out every night of the week for meetings, having steak, potato and veg is going to be pretty boring. So you might need to have a look a little bit closer at some of the fish dishes and ask them to change some of the starchier, simple carbohydrates such as white potato and mash and things like that for things that might be rice. That would be a good example, or even change it for some extra vegetables, so you've got some veg and some meat, or some fish and vegetables, and then have some sides. Also stay away from heavy drinks as well, and caffeinated drinks, because that will be messing with your sugar levels. So have like a lime and soda, or it should be something like that you still look like you're having a business drink as such, and blend out from there really. That's going to be the biggest thing, is how can you eat healthy, is have the sauce on the side, have lots of vegetables as side orders, salads as side orders, and have some water with your meal, or sparkling water to help quench your thirst, and avoid the heavy caffeinated drinks, the sugar drinks, and also the alcohol as well. And if it is an evening meal where you have to have alcohol, choose wisely and maybe have that with your meal rather than before or after, so the effects are lessened during that as well. So that answers your question. If you have any more questions, use the hashtag #TheAskIainShow to get those answered in episode 3, coming very, very shortly.